Hey guys, today I'm gonna be speaking about this stupid thing that we were all taught in school that makes absolutely no sense, and I've read another book and it's about food and how food directly impacts our health. And I know that sounds obvious, but it's just in a different way. So today I'm gonna divide this video into like sections. So if you're interested in another thing, I'm gonna put timestamps in the description box so you can just skip to them. But I'm gonna be talking about, number one, how our gut actually works, not the way that we were taught in school, which is completely wrong. Number two, how our gut is responsible for our brain health. Number three, how COVID is linked to the gut. Four, if you're trying to go on a diet, what kind of a diet would be good? Five, the power of our poop. And six, why is this all important in general? So please stay along because I think it's really important, and it's not just something to be interested in, it's actually your health and the people around you and no one is taught about this, I think. No one's ever told me this before I read this book, so I hope you guys enjoy. So the way that our gut works is that when we eat a particular food, we have this whole organism that is living inside of our gut, and there are so many types of bacteria in there, and they make up this thing called the microbiome. And if I eat a lot of kebab every day in Turkey, I'm going to have a lot of these bacteria in my microbiome that really like kebab. And those are the ones that are going to be able to grow because they feed on the kebab, they're able to reproduce, whatever. There's also going to be one for a kiwi, one for a pineapple. There's bacteria for basically every type of food that we eat because they live off of that, so that they can survive in our microbiome. And you might say, why does it matter what kind of bacteria that we have living in our microbiome? Well, some bacteria produce good things, some bacteria produce bad things. And it turns out that when we have a plant-based diet and when we eat things rich in fiber, just fruits, veggies, potatoes, like all that kind of good stuff, nuts, beans, then when we have those bacteria and they eat all those good stuff that we've eaten, they produce these things called short-chain fatty acids. And these fatty acids are literally our immune system, literally help with things such as preventing Alzheimer's, a whole host of other stuff, but essentially they're just our immune system. The more of these short-chain fatty acids we have, the better we are. Whilst if I'm eating my freaking kebab every day in Turkey, or my, I don't know, kofta or something, then I'm going to be having a lot of kofta and kebab bacteria, and that's going to be producing endotoxin, this really bad chemical basically. And what it does is we have like a gut wall, and then our blood is right here. And as we eat this crap, that gut wall slowly erodes, kind of, and that cell lining breaks. And so stuff is very easily able to get into the blood. And whatever's in our blood directly affects us because that is literally our body's transport system. So if those bad bacteria are producing that bad endotoxin, that is going to go into my blood. Plus, my gut is also going to become leaky. This is a common thing. It's called leaky gut. And most people suffer with this and we don't even know it. And it can be the explanation for things such as moodiness, brain fog, tiredness. All of this stuff could be because your gut isn't healthy, because it's just able to get by. I hope that makes sense. So I was fascinated by this, but this is essentially how our microbiome works, how our gut works. Secondly, I want to speak about how this is connected to our brain and why we need to care about this, because it affects our happiness. 90% of our serotonin, which is our happy hormone, it's what makes us feel good and stuff, that is produced in our gut. So only 10% is produced up here. So when a depressed person comes into the clinic and the psychiatrist gives them the antidepressants, that is going to only come for these 10% over here. So only 10% more serotonin is going to be produced. But the 90% that is controlled by your gut, that you can only get by eating those kind of foods that produce those short-chain fatty acids, fruit, veg, beans, etc., we're not going to be producing that. So that's huge. Also, 50% of our dopamine, another crucial hormone for our happiness and well-being and energy and cognition. So, like I said, best friends. So we need to take care of this to take care of this. Okay, thirdly, I want to go on to COVID, the hot topic. How does our gut affect COVID? Well, the thing is, why do some people get symptoms and why do some people not get symptoms? Well, that person's immune system is overreacting, the one that gets symptoms. The virus comes in and the immune system goes into overdrive and hence the symptoms happen. While some people's immune system doesn't go into overdrive because it doesn't need to. Well, like I said, our immune system is directly linked to our gut and what we are eating. So to have a better chance of protecting yourself against COVID, if you feed yourself the right things, you're more likely to not get it and to not show symptoms. Fourthly, I want to go on to diet. And why can't you lose weight? Like, what's going on? Well, the human body, if you're putting on a lot of weight, it means that your satiety, which basically means your fullness, your brain isn't telling your stomach, I'm full. They're not communicating well enough. There's a part of the brain that's literally responsible for that. And that part of the brain, it can only be activated and used properly when we are eating these like plant-based diet. And therefore you can eat in abundance and this will activate at the right moment. And so weight loss will occur naturally, or you will just reach your ideal weight. It won't be something you have to worry about. You won't need to count your calories or do anything like that because your satiety is going to be activated. In addition, we all think that we have these particular cravings. Like, why do I always crave a pizza while someone else always craves chocolate? Well, it's not us craving it, it's the bacteria. It's literally, we are a host. That's how we need to think of ourselves. We are a host for these bacteria inside that are literally craving things. So if I'm eating a lot of chocolate, those bacteria are going to be living very happily down there and they're going to want to keep surviving and keep reproducing. So they're going to be sending me signals, eat chocolate, Jess, you got to eat the chocolate. You don't want to freaking eat the chocolate. Well, slowly, you need to change the bacteria in your microbiome. But the good thing is that our microbiome is very adaptable. From one day to the next, it can change completely and we can change the percentage of each bacteria in there, which is a good thing. Next, fifth, I want to talk about how important our poo is, kind of. It's a bit like gross, but it's true. And you can tell so much about what's going on in your body by your poo and how it looks and how constipated you are, or if you have diarrhea, or if you've got some indigestion going on. It's all very indicative through your poo, kind of. And the power of poo is that all our bacteria is in our poo. It's coming out from our colon, which is where it all gets processed and stuff. And what they're doing now is they're transferring poo to other people. So for example, if we have two patients and one is healthy, has a healthy microbiome, and one has an unhealthy one, they can transfer patient A's poo to the other one, and then that patient will get the microbiome of the healthy one and restore health, kind of. They're doing that now. In addition, they saw that when they took the poo from babies and the one that they thought that would have asthma, they put that poo in that baby's poo in the mouse, and that baby did have asthma. So we can literally transfer that bacteria in our gut and it causes the health condition, showing how much they are linked together. Health, gut, brain, all linked together. But yeah, that's kind of it. And so in conclusion now, why is this important? Well, you can see that it's all linked. This is our immune system. What we eat correlates to everything, our happiness, our energy, our concentration levels. Like if you think you have ADHD, maybe just try eating a more plant-based diet. I'm not saying go completely the whole way, but try a little bit, and it's probably going to help. It's going to help your brain, it's going to help your sleep, it's going to help everything, because the brain responds to this. This is its boss. So it's really important. And just to know that 60% of disease is related to the gut, like heart disease, diabetes, all of that, Alzheimer's, it all stems from a problem with the gut. So all these things are preventable. And I've done so much research into alternative medicine things just to see what people are doing at the moment, if this gut thing is being emphasized. And there are psychiatrists that are emphasizing a non-medicinal approach and thinking about, changing diet and changing lifestyle and seeing how that affects. And it's had, huge effects, but they're kind of considered idiots because they defy the current healthcare system of only medicine and nothing else. I think we need a balance, and this book is really important in highlighting that. I'm not going to go 100% vegan, but I'm going to eat more of these plant stuff, and I do feel better for it anyway since I've been reading this book. So I hope you learned something, and that's it. Yeah, bye guys.